everybody and welcome to the very first A Pretty Good Saturday show. My name is Gareth Evans and I have with me here Mr. Mike Williams.
Hello.
In today's show we're going to be discussing what we did this week on the gaming channel, which was the finale of The Last of Us. Oh my god, like it's been 7 months since I started it. We released a week-long special, one episode every single week, which culminated in the finale, which was yesterday. We even released the trailer. And so we're going to be discussing that. We're going to be having a debriefing or a post-playthrough analysis of the game itself, discussing the game, what we liked about it, and why it was so awesome. Also, we'll be discussing the DLC, which was left behind, which I've already played through. There's already videos created, which will be coming in the next couple of weeks. We'll be keeping that spoiler-free, so don't worry, I'm not going to ruin anything for you. We'll just be talking about the gameplay mechanics and that type of thing, I guess. Also coming up in the show, we will be giving away my copy of The Last of Us Remastered, ta-da, which I was promising for ages, but now I've finally completed the game. One of you lucky guys will win my copy of The Last of Us Remastered. And also at the very end of the show, the last segment, we will be talking or discussing your comments as well, so that should be fun.
You finished the game, it's a big moment, that ending, isn't it? Like, what was your gut reaction to the ending?
It's an ending that finishes like on an in-breath, it's like and then it's like, is that it? It's like, it hangs. It's like, it doesn't feel like a Hollywood ending, it's like, it's like, but all in all, as an ending, it was perfect. It kind of rounded the game off and the story off perfectly, I thought.
It's pretty terrific. I think it's quite brave, like you said. It's not a Hollywood ending. It's quite a brave ending, really. I mean, you know, it's not guaranteed that it'll satisfy a lot of people, but it's quite a big move to finish the game after, you know, like you just said, you spent months playing it. You know, you spent a lot of time with these games, and then they end it in quite a brave way like that.
But the whole game itself is gritty, isn't it? The whole time you're playing this game, like Joel does some horrible things to people, like, and he behaves in a morally questionable way a lot of the time. But we're so invested in Joel that it doesn't matter, and the whole game, it has that like dark undertone to it.
It's a terrible world, isn't it? And then they have to do things to survive the world and get through the world. So you kind of it's not black and white. There's the whole game is grey areas everywhere, like moral, you know, kind of morally speaking. But do you feel the story went in like the right direction? Do you think it took you to the place that you thought it would go? Yeah,
I think so. The story was pretty complete as far as I'm concerned. It was more about Joel's journey, and I said that after I'd finished my playthrough. It was more about Joel's emotional handling of where he is in his life. I mean, he loses his daughter very early in the game, and the rest of the game is all it is Joel coming to terms with that and dealing with that and finding some sort of safe place, you know, because he's got so many emotional barriers up. He doesn't communicate with people. He just like he's petitioned that part of his heart out from the rest of the world.
I kind of see it as kind of a cause and effect kind of thing. So you see what's happened to him in his prior life, and then he's in a position that is a really powerful position. He can affect the course of the rest of, you know, human history. He can save humanity if he wants to, but he doesn't because of what's happened to him in the past. I kind of see that, you know, what things happen to you earlier on in your life that affect how you kind of behave and the decisions you make kind of later on. That's how I kind of look at it.
The bottom line is that soldier, it wasn't actually the soldier who killed Sarah. It was his superior who told the soldier to kill Sarah, was to blame for Joel not saving the world. I think that's what we're saying. It's all like, it all goes around full circle. So shot yourself in the foot.
Shot everyone in the foot is what he did. But how did you find like the pace of the game? Like, I mean, compared to like Uncharted and stuff like that, where, you know, video games, a lot of them, it's moment to moment, like something's happening all the time, loads of action, and like Call of Duty as well, like the single player story in Call of Duty. There's like skyscrapers falling down, there's helicopters falling out of the air. Last of Us is not like that.
I think it's a nice balance. So there's a good balance between the fast, highly cinematic type of sections, I guess, And then them other times where you get to chill out for like 10 minutes and calm down and rest. And I think that provides a good balance. Also, there's humor in there with the cutscenes, and there's a nice little mix of the development and the
and that we mentioned the kind of downtime for, but there's 10-minute, 20-minute sections where you're pretty much just walking around, putting ladders up against walls, and
doing
and there's a bit of back and forth between Joel and Ellie and stuff, and that you're not really interacting that much with the game, but you're still like taking it in, you're still taking the world in. That's quite a nice offset to the moments where you are like cowering behind a desk. But was there any like big moment that really stood out to you, or anything that's?
I guess my favourite moment was. It was like a personal achievement for me when we were in the sewers, like part 33 or something, when there was 2 bloaters and like a shitload of other zombies, and like, how the hell am I going to get past this?
Yeah.
And I managed to do it without dying. And I think just the great feeling I got from that, and I even said at the time I felt like it was a test. Like everything had been leading up to that point, which it was, because it turned out that was the last zombie battle. So everything that I was learning about crafting, I was great with weapons. I was learning how to use the other explosives, the Molotovs, everything like that. Everything. You're picking up all these tricks, and then eventually you've got this final zombie scene, and you've got to use everything at your disposal to try and get past it. And without dying, I felt really good.
Yeah, I did like the way you did that. For those of you who watched the episode, you kind of lure them into the little. You kind of cower.
Yeah, I cowered long enough to discover that it was a pretty good place to take my stand.
Bottleneck, wasn't it?
That's right. I bottlenecked it. I almost balled it. Ended up bottlenecking it.
Would you ever play it through again? Do you think, was it that good of a game? You mentioned in one of your episodes that. Is it the best game ever? Is it the best game you've ever played? You're questioning the idea. Would you ever play it through again, do you think?
Yes, I would play it through again, because there is something about the gameplay, like the hiding from the enemies, popping out, taking them out. One of the things that stuck with me, and I kind of mentioned it in the DLC playthrough, was what was great about The Last of Us was the voice acting and the characters.
For sure,
there's no other game that invests you in the characters so much, and just the dialogue and the interplay between the characters, especially Joel and Ellie. Those characters were fantastic, and the credit to the actors who not only like voiced the actors and fleshed out the characters, but also when they were interacting with one another, you really believed it. You really entered into the scene and what was happening. You didn't once think that a line that they said kind of didn't fit or like took you out of the reality that it was, that you were immersed in.
And that dynamic as well is quite unique. Of like that not only is it an old kind of an older man and a young kid who they're not related, but he's seen the world as it was before. She hasn't, so she's got questions and she's like, well, what's this? And he's like, oh, that's like a record store, and you can you could, it was like music and stuff, and it was kind of he's teaching her about the world. Even though she's very like mature in the way she swears all the time and stuff, and she's not, she's really confident in things, but she's still like a kid, and she still like needs to learn stuff, and so it's a good dynamic between the two of them, which is that's what I like enjoyed about it as well. Playing through the DLC, has that affected your like interpretation of their relationship, or has that affected your view of Ellie in any way?
Does it make me feel differently towards Ellie? Well, yeah, because you see a lot to Ellie that you don't see in the main story. There's a lot to her character that wasn't seen at all, which I'm not going to spoil. You should watch the DLC to find out. But yeah, you get a different sense of Ellie, and she shows a lot more different emotions, which she does that you don't really get a taste of in the main story. So. Okay guys, it's time in the show to give away my copy of The Last of Us Remastered, which includes the DLC, and the competition was, all you guys had to do was like the videos and comment on the videos, and everyone throughout the whole of the series gets entered into this competition, and I'm going to pick one winner, and the winner is Congratulations.
Congratulations.
What we'd like you to do is leave us a comment. We will contact you and ask for your address. We'll be shipping this very copy of The Last of Us directly to your door. So hard luck to all you guys who didn't win this time, but do stick around. There will be more giveaways in future. We've got some big plans for this channel, which includes a lot of giveaways. So not so much something I can talk about in too much detail right now, but do stick around because there will definitely be more games for you guys to win. So let's have a look at some comments now. Comments from this week. Is this what you've chosen?
Yeah, these are some comments from pretty much all from Last of Us week, because this is the end of the Last of Us week, so we figured we'd try and focus on that. We've got some great comments on the videos, but we just tried to pick out a small handful. Brian Locke commented on Last of Us episode 32. Gareth coming in with those savage intros. Well, thank you very much, Brian. We try and keep it savage.
Savage.
Peter Vioen asked on the gaming setup video, can you make a living from doing gaming videos on YouTube?
Well, that's an interesting question. Why don't we ask PewDiePie, the millionaire?
Millionaire celebrity gaming.
Gaming YouTuber. Why don't we ask him if you can make a living on YouTube?
Definitely possible.
Yeah.
Blah commented on the Last of Us week trailer. I'm looking forward to this. My arse is full of gravel was pretty legit. It was pretty legit, Blah. Thank you very much for saying that.
So that's it for our premiere episode of the Pretty Good Saturday Show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave us a like. Bye for now.
See ya.